Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. When you said it was done, I believed it. Yes, that battle. Oh yes, it shook us here. Come on, yes, bigger than that. Oh yes, the holy fire, it's breakthrough here. Come on, don't let that stop you. Oh yes, it's time to worship him. Who but Jesus here? Who but Jesus here? Oh yes, them demons, they're dying. Yes, death to the enemy, him and his. Oh yes, we rebuking you here in love. Oh yes, beautiful days are ahead for us. Oh yes, here in love. Booming the devil, we repeat, he's rebuked here in the mighty name of Jesus. Come on, if you trust him, then get up and praise him here. Oh yes, who but Jesus here? Oh yes, in faith, come on, let's take that pill of faith. Come on, let's swallow it here. Oh yes, deliverance. Oh yes, Jesus here. Do it here in love. Oh yes, Jesus here. Dance in his praise. Oh yes, Jesus here. Oh yes, I am who? His Jesus here. Oh yes, day and night is healing here. Who but Jesus here? Oh yes, the promise still stands. It's victory. Who in Jesus here? Discover it. Oh yes, him in here. Oh yes, who but Jesus here? Oh yes, Jesus here. Oh, we trust him here. Oh yes, who Jesus here? Oh yes, that's who we trust in here. Oh yes, who Jesus here? That's who we trust in here. Come on, let's make it known in here. Who we really here for but Jesus here. Oh yes, who we really here for but Jesus here. Down goes that deception here. Down goes that doubt in here. Down goes those destructive behaviors in here. Deliverance, oh yes, it's Jesus here. Doom that lacking fear, it must die in here. Division, oh yes, let's rebuke it here. In love, oh yes, in advance, God, we praise you here. Oh yes, come on, destiny claimers, it's time to represent who but Jesus here. Who but Jesus here. Who but Jesus here. Oh yes, it's him where we overcome all of it in here. Oh yes, follow him. Oh yes, in faith. Oh yes, the favor, it's free in here. Who but Jesus here? Who but Jesus here? Lamentations 3:22 and 23. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercy never comes to an end. They are new every morning. Great is his faithfulness. Who but Jesus here? Who but Jesus here? Who but Jesus here? Who but Jesus here? Strength for us in here. Success to Jesus here. Stronger faith, Jesus here. Stamina here, Jesus here. Settle that when Jesus here. Oh yes, come on, let's face it here. That stress, come on, let's rebuke it here. Oh yes, the answer, Jesus here. Seeking better, oh yes, he saved us here. The best awaits, oh yes, in Jesus here. See bitterness and pain, we rebuke it here. Shame and lame, we cast it out here. Hurt and fear, yes, we rebuke there. Oh yes, in faith is deliverance here. Emerging leaders, oh yes, come on, it's him in here. At the right hand of him, oh yes, let's trust him here. Who we need, yes, but Jesus here. Who we want, oh, but Jesus here. Oh yes, lucky where instead favor here. Oh yes, better than all that is Jesus here. Flaming his truth, oh yes, we must face it here. Surrender, oh yes, those evil ways here. His sign is pointing us up in here. The right direction now in love in here. Who but Jesus up in here? Grace and mercy, oh yes, the judgment is his in here. Oh yes, come on, let's praise him up in here. Romans 8:28. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good. For those who are called according to his purpose. Come on in advance, let's praise who but Jesus here. Oh yes, in advance, come on, let's worship him here. Oh yes, who but Jesus, let's praise him here.